everybody, welcome back to Detsuke Rikishu and Stuff. Today's episode is very, very nice, I think. If you're an Evangelion fan, please stick around for tonight's episode. As you can see, I have two very large boxes beside me. For an Evangelion collector, if you collect older merchandise, this is something that's going to be right up your alley. Especially if you're a fan of the movies Death and Rebirth and End of Evangelion. Most people kind of just ignore Death and Rebirth because basically it's a bunch of screen caps and mindfuckery and nobody cares. But End of Evangelion itself is very special and full of mindfuckery. What I have beside me are two of the same things. The reason why I'm doing this video tonight is because I actually sold this one right here, and it's my only open copy. I have a sealed copy of this, and then I have an open one. My open one is missing one item, so I can't show it to you, but I have most of the main goodies of it. So we're going to start with the sealed one because it has the IBN and all the good information. This is the collector's edition of Death and Rebirth and End of Evangelion, the Japanese version. They did two different versions, VHS and Laserdisc. Most people only know about the Laserdisc version and did not know that they did a VHS version. I got the VHS version first because I've heard that it was extremely rare. I never even heard of it. So when my deputy service at Anime Osaka, my lovely Maddie, told me that she had one that had never been owned before and came from dead stock, I bought it. This box set is the best collector's edition that Gainax and Evangelion ever done. It has the most goodies. It's not just a pretty box. It's about an 8 to 10 pound box set just for two movies. The plastic wrap you see here is a thick plastic. It's not the thin seal. I could actually remove this if I wanted to, but I'm not going to because a sealed one is so rare. I mean, it's ridiculous. I paid probably almost $300 for this box. And most of that was shipping. I paid about $60 to $80 shipping for EMS from Japan to the US because the box is so heavy. We're going to get up close. There's only one sticker on this box indicating what it is. A Laserdisc version, if it still has the seal, will have the round sticker and it'll say LD. This version says VT for videotape. So we're gonna get close, or on your eyes it's gonna say TV, but it's actually VT. This is the IBN number here, and then we have all other lovely information. You can see right here it says that it is a box set. See, I can't read Japanese, but I can at least read you some of it. This particular box was done by, give me a second, I know Star Child and King Records. So Star Child and King Records did a lot of the Evangelion CDs and soundtracks, but they also did this box set. It's a stereo hi-fi, if anybody even cares. The original retail of this box was 21,905 yen. 21,905 yen. Hang on, give me a second. The sticker has a list of the things included in the box, and UFO, that means there's a plushie. There's a model kit of Unit 01 that's clear. There is a glow-in-the-dark, beautiful Ray Gashapon. Both movies in whatever format you purchased in. A merchandise guide. Phone cards. There's 3 phone cards, which we don't use in the U.S. Not really. In Japan, they have phone cards which you use to call people with. And then there's story guide books, or the storyboard books, sorry. And that's pretty much what it says. It's done by, it says it has both movies, Evangelion Death True and True 2, sorry, and Evangelion Rebirth, which means that this particular box set has the truest form or purest form of Evangelion Death and Rebirth and End of Evangelion. So if you want to watch these two movies in the way they were originally made by Hideki Anno and Gainax, you will need to get them in from this box set or a recording from this box set. Alright. So that's enough about the sealed version. Both box sets look on the actual box itself looks identical. The only way you're going to know which one's different is the round sticker that I showed you. So, moving on. Put my baby over here. This thing is my baby. Alright. I'm going to tilt the camera down so you can see it in just a second. There is nothing actually sealing this box, so even though that one's sealed, if you hold it the wrong way, the box will actually try to come open. There's no tape, rubber banding, anything, so I have to hold this closed. But let me tilt this down for you so we can focus. This thing is absolutely gorgeous. To me, it is worth the money. If you ever find the box by itself, I recommend picking it up for keepsakes. As you can see, it's very large and it's thick too. It's probably about 5 inches deep. And here's the back of the box. Basically, it's just telling you what's in here. I love this artwork of Ray. Alright, when you first open this up, this is what you're going to see on the top. This is your Evangelion merchandise guide, which if you've ever bought a Evangelion art book, you will know in the back of the art book there will be a merchandise guide in every single one of them. This is just a pamphlet for that. And it's one of my favorites because of how creative it is. It has the scissors, which if I can find these scissors, I will buy them in a heartbeat. But you have 01, 02, and 00 in the orange instead of blue. On the back, it just says the movie titles. So we're going to take a look. Most of the stuff is pretty much in every art book, so you're not going to really see anything really different in these. They're all in chronological order. As you can see, this starts from 93 and moves down to 96 on this first page. As you can see, we have some of the manga, the comic books that they did. Of course, I can't read this, but it has dates for the airing. You got into April, May, June. This is 97. We have some more illustrations. This right here is actually an illustration of one of the Laserdiscs. This is, I do believe, the first volume Laserdisc. This is one of the soundtracks, which I have. This is from one of the art books, I do believe. And it's on a lot of the trading cards. Here we go into 98 and 99 when the movies came out. As you can see, these are the theatrical posters and pamphlets. This is the infamous Red Cross book, which I have also, and I can do a video review for you if you'd like. I'm actually looking to buy this poster if you have a theatrical size. This here is the soundtrack and more artwork. Sorry guys, this video is going to be long. Here, these are production illustrations. These were released in a lot of the Cardist sets. And this is the same thing. More production sketches. You'll see these in the Cardist sets and also in the art books. Especially with like how Rey and Asuka was supposed to look. How the units were supposed to look. Here we go into version A and B of the units. I'm sure this looks really familiar to you. If you've watched any of Rebuild, you'll recognize that unit's head. It's very pink. But if you notice that that model is actually labeled as Test 01, but it ended up pretty much being Mari's unit, which I thought was pretty interesting. This is the last page of the book, which is known as version C. I think there's actually a model kit of this particular version, but I could be mistaken. And that is it for the merchandise booklet. Everything else is just saying that it's done by King Records and Gainax as part of the Evangelion project. Alright. What you see here is a limited high-grade model kit of Eva 01 test type. This model kit is only available in this box set. And you can see it's done by Bandai. It's one of my favorites. I love this thing. It's blue. You can see here, limited high grade. Here's the poses. Let's look over to the other side. It comes with a tiny Shinji that you can paint. And I'll close up on the IBN for you. Here you go. Let's open this thing up. The cool thing about this, I've heard rumors that it actually glows in the dark, but I have never actually confirmed that. These are the rubber arm pieces. Kind of like the original. Shinji has always been clear. I'm sure you can see him right there. But yes, this whole kit is clear except for the battery cables. You can see this is the guns. Here are the hand and feet parts. I don't know why, I mean, come on. This includes decals and the shoulder arm blades and the mouth and chest pieces at the bottom. This here is additional weapons. I really don't know if you can see this. And it looks like an entry tube and base. I actually would like to build this kit whenever I get an open Laserdisc version. And here's more the chest piece, the rifle, the joint caps. And here's the instruction booklet. The back. We got a lot of concept sketches of the test tube. That particular weapon right here is actually in your kit. It's not in the original O1 kit that you can build. You have the giant, I think, Into gun. Into mine. I can't remember what it's called right now. And then, of course, this is a schematic of all your pieces right here. Because I know it's really hard to see clear pieces. Here you go. Here's some colored images of the completed kit. You can paint it if you like. And here's all the weapons, which I think is really neat. I'm actually going to look at that. So you have a gun cartridge, 2 sabers, and Into mine, the large gun, a rocket launcher, and then you have your the arm comes apart so you can see the mechs, the mouth opens, blah blah blah. Yep, and that's pretty much it with the model kit. Put this back in here. I like to build model kits, but sometimes I just can't get into it because my OCD with the flashing kind of keeps me from enjoying them as much as I should. So, we're going to put him back. Like I said, I have never confirmed if it glows in the dark or not. Okay. As you can see right here, they packed it very nicely. This is foam. It's very, very soft. It never yellowed. It's all throughout the box. Here is the UFO prize plushie. He's very adorable. I'm actually sad to see him go. But he has a hanger here. His mouth. Oh. His mouth has started to... The bad thing about plushies is their little felt pieces, they like to come off. Now the wings are a foam, like a craft foam, and this is Velcro, so you can actually take this off if you would like. And there's the Sega prize tag. It's very cute. Moving on, this is your registration card, and there's the numbers. I honestly don't know what these do. Nobody's ever explained it to me. And then you can check off these numbers here, and this is where you would put your address, and they would send you something. I have no clue what. Nobody's ever told me, so you have that. Next up is your storyboards. It's a set of one. Sorry, it's just really big. And it comes in a really nice slipcase. I definitely recommend getting these separately if you can, if you don't want to get the big box set. But it's for both movies, and you can see here that it says Evangelion Death True and the end of Evangelion. So it's storyboards for both. We're not going to flip through this whole book because it's huge. It's very heavy, as you can see. But it's literally the storyboard panels for both movies, and it's really, I love this. It's a beautiful piece to have. The slipcase does not have the artwork, it's the book, and because the slipcase is clear, you can see the artwork. It's very nice. I can get it in there. The only thing that I hate about it is that it's really hard to get back into the slipcase. You gotta... I'll mess with it in a minute. I'm sure you don't want to see me screw around for that. You can see the foam pieces are molded to actually fit this case. Alright, here's the VHS of Death and Rebirth and End of Evangelion. These are the original Japanese tapes. I'll go ahead and we'll focus on that. You can see Kaoru and Lilith with Shinji's eyeballs. And then of course it tells you that it is the true version of Death. And then the back, it has really nice artwork of the army and Seele coming in, you know, when they come in and, you know, do stupid stuff. And you can see it was released by Kaiba. It's a VHS format. Now when you open it up, this is what the tape looks like. It has a brown top. Label's very simple. There's nothing really spectacular about it. Just says it's hi-fi stereo sound, copyrights 1997, and then it's got the model number 9401. Okay, put that down. This is the End of Evangelion. What I like about this is that it does not have the thing you're used to seeing. You actually see that epic moment where Asuka finally realizes that she wants to live, and she's finding the mass production units, and everything is awesome. And it labels it as episode 25. Hang on just a second. My battery says it's low, but I don't care. And then it just says, love is destructive. And then on the back is one more final, I need you. And this is the cover that we're used to seeing, where you see Asuka and Shinji. You got Rey's big doofusy head here. Here's the side. Pretty much the cassette's the same as the other one, except for the label is red. Model number is 9402 from Kaiba. And one last thing, and we are done. You can stop listening to me. This is probably one of my favorite pieces of this box set. Is a small gashapon of Rey. This one's built. I built it because I had planned to keep this since it was open. Pull the dust off. This Gashapon actually glows in the dark, and it is my favorite Rey figure of all time. Like, no joke. Okay, that's not gonna work. Alright. She's just this beautiful, translucent blue. And she has just this delicate pose to her. I know you can't really see any of their features because of the color, but she has all the details despite that, and she does glow in the dark. So that might be what the misconception is about the model kit. The model kit's just translucent, and the figure itself actually glows. I have some really nice photos of this figure if you guys want to see, but she even has markings on her feet. That's where her peg stands are. And she has, her seam lines for a Gashapon are extremely clean. Her fingers are delicate. They're not blocky. And you can see the lines of her suit on around her butt and everything. But this is probably one of my favorite pieces of this whole set. But yes, that is it. Thank you for watching this super long video. But I felt it was necessary to share this because a lot of people don't realize this thing exists. They're just like, oh, Laserdisc, cool. Fun fact though, VHS are not really region coded. It's just how the VHS was formatted. So most Japanese VHS tapes will play in a US VHS player. So it may actually be better as a collector to buy the VT version or VHS version of this instead of the Laserdisc, because most people don't have a Laserdisc player. I do, and even then, Laserdisc are more likely to be region locked than a VHS. So, but that is it for tonight. My next review is actually going to be makeup. Oh my god. Yes, thank you for watching, and if you have any questions about the collector's edition box set, please ask, and I will be very glad to tell you. And I'm also very open to sharing photos of the Rey Gashapon because she's so beautiful, and this camera will not pick it up. Even though I took the photos with this phone. It does not make any sense. But anyways, love you.